A major victory tonight for the Justice Department in the Capitol riot cases. Today, a federal jury convicted 4 members of the far-right Proud Boys group of the most serious charge related to the January 6th attack, seditious conspiracy. Within the past 2 hours, a 5th defendant, Dominic Pezzola, was found not guilty of the same charge.
Yeah, now the jury also convicted all 5 members on lesser felony charges. Our investigative reporter, Jordan Fisher, has been in the courtroom really for this entire trial, which has gone on for months now. He joins us live to break down today's verdict. And Jordan, so what did prosecutors have to prove to get this seditious conspiracy conviction?
Right. Now, the seditious conspiracy statute requires that you prove that these defendants forcibly conspired to oppose the government or prevent a law from going into action. In this case, the laws governing the transfer of presidential power. Now, unlike the Oath Keepers case, what prosecutors didn't have here is a pile of weapons stashed in a Virginia hotel. Also, Enrique Tarrio, the former chairman of the group, wasn't even in D.C. at the time. So how do you prove seditious conspiracy? What prosecutors did is they developed this tools theory, which is that they argued that other members of the Proud Boys and what they called normies, which were non-members who were there, were the tools of these leaders, their weapons, so to speak, in inciting violence against the Capitol and the attack that ultimately took place. And that's how you get Tarrio and the other leaders convicted, even though there's no allegations that they had weapons or really that they even assaulted police on their own.
This is really interesting because, you know, Dominic Pezzola was the name that stood out here, right? All 4 of these other men were found guilty. He's found not guilty. How did that happen, and sort of why couldn't they agree?
I mean, Pezzola for so long was sort of, you know, one of the leading faces of the riot. This footage that you've seen of him so many times smashing that window gets played during the January 6th committee hearings. We've played it many times, played several times during the trial. One way to look at this is that jurors saw Pezzola not as a leader, but as one of those tools. And now that makes sense. He joined much later than the other members. He doesn't join the Proud Boys until late 2020. He was never in a leadership position. He was only what they called a second-degree Proud Boy. I think that's how the jurors got there. Now, they rejected his claims of self-defense. He had argued that he stole that shield that he later used to smash a window to try to protect himself from police crowd control. Jurors didn't seem to buy that at all. But they did convict him of obstructing the joint session of Congress. They convicted him of assaulting or resisting a police officer, and they convicted him of robbery for stealing that police shield. All of them are serious felonies as well. So even though he didn't get the seditious conspiracy charge, he's still potentially looking at significant prison time.
Yeah, they made a few outlandish claims during this trial, and clearly the jury just wasn't buying it.
Nope.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, Jordan,
All right,
thank
Jordan.
you.